wanted to talk a little bit about some table settings and my centerpiece option. I'm kind of going for a modern meets like old Hawaii feel, you know, vintage. And so we have this candelabra that we kind of changed its shape a little. We actually have a vase inside of here. And we're going to be setting this in a wooden box, and we're going to be overflowing that with fruit. We have lei. This is stephanotis, some beautiful stephanotis lei. We have some gorgeous lantern lima. So this is not an actual lima. This is, it's actually in the abutilon family, which is in the hibiscus family, but it's a double. And we're going to be draping some of these, you know, to really create a sense of old Hawaii, but with a kind of modern new twist. So also we have tuberose lei. So these are all locally sourced flowers. The only lei, or well, the only flower I have, it's not a lei, that's not locally sourced is gonna be the peony. And I have a few of those in my display. And these are sourced from Alaska, so they're still United States grown. The other lei you'll be seeing later featured is the tea leaf with a tuberose tassel. And again, these are going to be draped and playing with the chandelier. And then in this big gorgeous arrangement, aside from the peony, we have beautiful white dendrobium orchids, the new variety of yellow oncidiums. And if we kind of turn it this way, we have shogun heliconias. And these are super fun. They're fuzzy and they're like neon bright. We also have tucked in some pincushion protea, and we'll probably be putting those featured on the chair. We want to put some chair decor. We have locally grown rudbeckia, and then several varieties and anthuriums. This is that newer one, Lanaka. And if we scroll around here, oh, we have this big gorgeous white one next to this stunning white dahlia. And then mixed in the background here, I have Phoenix rovellini palm seeds, and then as well as lilikoi vine and some soft local olive foliage. And tucked in also some really soft locally sourced eucalyptus and some cafe au lait dahlias. So this is kind of my feature. It's using again the extenders, and you can see they're really great. They just kind of make magic. We can bend them and twist them and play with them. And we also have a few other varieties of anthuriums that we're going to be featuring, such as these large obake, and you can see the size of that. So. And we're probably actually going to use these underneath the chargers, almost like as place setting decor. And then we're also going to have some tropical fruit and protea. And so the bottom is just going to have this lush flowing arrangement flowing down. So we just want to make it really opulent and, you know, feeling of abundance that is so common here on the Big Island.
I am doing a table runner for a sweetheart table, and this is kind of my easy method of making a runner. What I do is I will take long vines and I lay down vine A, vine B, get a filler material like podocarpus to lift it up off the table a little bit. Then I wrap vine around it. So it started out being like the Hawaiian style of making a vilile, which is wrapping. So I have my base done. Then I set up my color blocking, and I like to use different textures. And now with the popularity of the Neotropica and combinations of temperate and the beautiful anthuriums, This is a variety of anthurium that's called an obake anthurium. It's a nice long line. And we got these beautiful dahlias, some lisianthus, phalaenopsis orchids. We're going to put some texture in with umbrella fern once we have the flowers in. We have these beautifully shaped calathea leaves, purple on the back. So if we have a place where we need a little bit more bulk, we can make loops out of these and insert them. If not, then we'll probably cut it in half and utilize the design in the leaf to add more texture to the color. This is a Marian Seifert anthurium, the pink anthurium. This is limelight. Thank you, John. It has a beautiful pink edging and pink veining. When we receive these flowers, you can see they're all individually packaged. And this is because the lighter colored anthuriums get bruised very easily. So if we leave the sleeves on until we're ready to insert them, there's a minimum of bruising. So the lighter color should probably be used more on the top of any work that you're doing rather than something that's going to be handled a lot at the bottom. I am doing this runner in two pieces. We have a 6-foot table, so the runner will go off both sides, and I will have a centerpiece in the center of the table utilizing the white kings, phalaenopsis orchids, some pink gingers, and as I say, we're going to be mixing in the temperates with the tropicals.
What we designed is an open circle, slightly asymmetric in that we're going to try to put the flowers in this section and taper off through this section. And with my assistants here are helping, we've got some great help. We're also building out the back a lot larger. The grounds being so spacious, we need to be in proportion. So we can capture, the beautiful trees and the shower in the back there and the banyan and the monkey pod. So what we have here, how we've constructed this, is oasis cages, the universal cages. So we actually have 17 cages under here, which actually has foam. The reason we are using foam, oasis foam, is because we are setting up at 8 and photography will not occur to 4 or 5 o'clock. We could be really hot, or in Hilo, where we are, we could have rain coming on us, but we're just needing to be prepared. So we have some of the flowers which require water, so we've chosen to use universal cages for this project. The cultivars that we've got, we went in with Podocarpus graciliae as the base. So that's just the fluff to connect each oasis piece one to the other, with that and green tea leaves. The most inexpensive product that we can get just to do the job. It's also the Podocarpus, which is this here, is branchy. So that is also giving us a little bit of support to lift up some of the other product. And we are expecting, with the sun, we're gonna have the height of the piece, the design, will start to go down. It's gonna down in the sense it's going to lower by itself. When we get everything out of buckets of water, they're all happy and they're nice and turgid, but with the sun and the heat here in Hawaii, it could be, and you know what here, we have to anticipate possible wind. Today it's beautiful, we don't have that, we never know when we're doing an outdoor setup. So the oasis cage also is giving us some weight, because a lot of this product, like the king proteas here, are quite heavy. They don't need the water. Technically, we could just stick this right into the soil. But anyway, we've got the king protea in here. These are bromeliads. And there's this is like Bromelia guzmania moonlight here with the more white. And there's an assortment here. Then we have anthurium leaves, monstera leaves here. So again, the base was tea leaf. That's actually just covering. I'm going to kind of open this up so you can see where my cage is. So here's the cage. We've got 17 of those set up. And then we're just using the tea leaf just as a covering for the mechanics. And this is where the bride's gonna come down. So we got a little tapered edge here. Okay, so tea leaf over the universal cage, podocarpus, monstera. This is uluhe fern. And it's giving us a very nice contrast to the dark green foliages. Pretty much grows just, wild here on the roadsides and all of that. Beautiful stuff. Okay. Bromeliads, kings. We have some Chinese fan palm here. This is a Chinese fan palm. We have the whaleback. This will actually give us some nice movement when the wind comes through. Again, the Chinese fan palm. We've got the uluhes giving us some lift. So we have some airiness in it. Instead of it being dark and dense, we've got the uluhes. Now, because the space is so large, we're actually trying to build this out wider in the back. So we are having to extend the monstera stem with just some dry branches that are here. We're just taping it and sticking it into the ground. That's no problem, not needing any water. So that way we can build so that we're a little bit more proportionate to our surroundings. I believe I've mentioned the cultivars in here already, but I would like to pan in on some of the flowering product that we're going to be using. Okay, so we had the anthurium leaves in there. This is crown flower. Most often you would see used in lays. This is the miniature and the standard purple. We have curly Lili'uokalani fern. We're gonna just go in later at the end. Otherwise this will just get lost. We're gonna put that in. Our selection of bromeliads, the moonlights and some of the purple burgundy ones. Aranda, Nora Alstagoff, Blue Giant. Beautiful stuff. Phalaenopsis. And I actually have these picked because they're going to want the water. I don't want these to go wilty on us. So these are water picked. We have some beautiful dark purple dendrobians, which were Hawaiian dendrobians are very, very different in that. Look at how we got flowers that grow all the way to the tip. We're not, it's not 2/3 buds and just flowers on the back. That's what we're known for. Beautiful dendrobians. We're using the purple. And this almost celery green color. What's nice about this installation, if I was doing it not on the Big Island and they had sent me all this product, I am from Maui, of a company, Lois Hiranaga Floral Design, and I do destination weddings. That's what my line of work is. I could basically have the boxes taken straight to the site and design out of a box. It's easier with the setups for weddings. You got a short 2-hour window to get in and out. So that would be the way to bring it in. This way, we're here on the island, so they graciously brought everything packed in cotton with water or in the very big buckets of water to keep everything as fresh as possible. Okay, so here we got the beautiful dendrobiums. Again, like they bloom out to the tips. That's what we're known for. We have Anthurium linacea. Beautiful. This color is gonna pop. I picked this up because it's gonna, pop against that. So I'm thinking about colors really, really important. So that's the first thing everybody sees. So this is gonna bring out from the dark green. I don't wanna go too dark because the foliages are so dark. As a last minute addition, I'm gonna try to pop in these Royal Poincianas, which were picked on Monday, and today is Thursday. Not bad for something that's just growing. As we grew up here, you see these trees like the Royal Poinciana or the beautiful rainbow trees, rainbow shower trees in the background, and you just take it for granted. And these are, this, like I said, cut on Monday. It's Thursday, and it's beautiful. And I'm gonna just use that as an accent, contrasting color, to make this pop. We have also this new variety that's coming out. The University of Hawaii does a lot of breeding of anthuriums here. Anthurium UH 2071 is actually on the market, I believe now, in small numbers, but beautiful combination, a little bit more earth tone. And to add more pop, I'm going in with bougainvillea. Non-commercial. This is the florist going out and doing their thing, harvesting a little bit, just a little bit more beyond what we can get commercially. This is what it's supposed to look like. You're in Hawaii, you're actually taking, my brides will always say, we don't need a lot, because the beauty of the islands, they want to capture that.
I had actually come up with a different concept where I was going to design something on an arch. But when I got to the park here, I saw this location here, which is under a banyan tree, and decided to change my design. So what I'll be doing is designing something with leis, with lots of tropical foliages, tropical anthuriums, and designing on a tree. So what I'm actually using today is I'll be using the hapu'u fern. I'll be adding some phalaenopsis. I also have some beautiful white torch ginger, some other white gingers, white dendrobiums, the obake anthuriums. I have white oshiros, the Kauai anthuriums, monstera, green heliconia, green ice, areca, and I also have some hokuloa and Maui bride. And so what we used here on our tree is we're going to be designing something with a lot of dendrobiums hanging, but I kind of mixed up the textures of the orchids. I did some crown flower leis and tuberose, and I kind of mixed it and sewed it together. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually hang it on a tree. We're going to do a swag onto this beautiful lush green arrangement, and hopefully that you'll like it by the time it's done.